It's the job of customs to stop illegal activity at the border. But something unusual has just turned the spotlight on Mr. Yi, an Australian man returning from a trip to China.
You good?
I just do a re-examination, make sure there's nothing, didn't miss anything.
The passenger was pulled aside for a routine baggage search. During a search like this, customs officers will often inspect personal items like wallets to make sure nothing illegal is being carried across the border. And in this case, it looks like they've hit pay dirt.
We found 4 blank credit cards, all from Australian banks, so they're all different.
If he doesn't have a good explanation for the credit cards, the passenger could be in serious trouble. Every day, immigration officers are scanning passengers off international flights, looking for any inconsistencies which might lead to potential threats to our country.
The young man has come here and he's now here on his honeymoon. He's travelling on an electronic travel visa, which has an 8528 condition, which means no criminal convictions.
David got his visa online, and when applying, he didn't declare his criminal convictions. But on arrival, he admitted his dark past.
When you're actually face to face with someone and they're asking, is this correct? And when you're signing a form which says, I declare that all the information I've given here is true, perhaps nerves set in, they think, oh, maybe I really should tell the truth this time.
Now David is being interviewed by immigration because of his serious criminal record.
How long do you intend to stay in Australia, and what's the purpose of your visit here?
3 months the longest. Honeymoon.
David's Australian wife is eager to start their honeymoon. She's already gone through alone, and she's not impressed.
It should be a happy experience. I haven't been home for 8 years either, and this is the first time I've been home in 8 years, so it's like crazy emotions going on. I can't believe this is happening.
Immigration law states that if a person serves more than 1 year in jail, officers need to determine whether the passenger is of good character, a determination not taken lightly.
Something that happened so long ago, I don't know. I paid my dues, I did my time, everything. You know, like, I don't know what the big deal is.
It's a long trip from the Middle East, and these passengers seem to be a little bewildered as to why they are here and where they are going.
First time here in Australia?
No, second.
Second time.
Yeah.
Rightio.
Jeff has pulled the passenger over for a routine baggage exam.
This one, not for me.
Not for you?
No, everything present.
Everything's a present, eh?
Yeah.
The contents of the bag may be a present, but Jeff still wants to make sure that the passenger is not trying to conceal anything.
Is this just a lighter? Right, I just want to make sure.
If you want it, if you love it, take it.
No, I don't want it.
I'll bring to you.
No. I just want to have a look to make sure that everything is fine. Okay? What are these for?
If your hair black,
Yeah.
maybe red.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but
No.
These aren't. These are birth control tablets, aren't they?
I don't know.
For babies.
Jeff is a little confused as to why a male passenger would be carrying birth control tablets. A passenger has been caught with several blank credit cards in his possession, but his story is not convincing officers.
Only that he was sick on the aircraft, so the 2 people who were sitting near him, they moved, and evidently they left these cards behind, so he just picked them up and put them in his wallet. He said he may be able to use them for something at some stage.
There is now concern that the passenger's bag has been tampered with.
There's definitely some papers underneath the bottom base of this bag. I'm not too sure what's in it.
No, it's just the lining of the base, I think. I'll X-ray it. It looks like the lining of the bag. Thanks.
The X-ray will help customs determine if there is a concealment in his bags. Immigration has stopped David at the border because he has ticked yes to a criminal record.
And on the form you've written that it happened in New York, Now, you've written here that the sentence imposed was 5 years. Is
Yeah,
that
because I got
correct?
into a fight. And what happened is he fell and hit his head on the curb and went to a coma and almost died. It was a big tragedy.
Okay.
So that's why.
So, can I ask how much of that sentence was actually served?
The whole thing.
So you spent
With
5
parole.
years.
Yeah.
Now Jemima is starting to panic that their honeymoon plans might be about to get turned upside down.
I'm freaking out. He's going to be sent home. I'm going home with him then. Be back to America. It's so unfair. It's ridiculous.
You got any more tablets like these?
No.
No more like that?
Just one.
Right.
This passenger has arrived at Sydney Airport carrying prescription drugs, including birth control tablets.
Okay. So we're just going to have a look. I'm going to look at the drug book and go through the list and see if they're...
Put everything.
Yeah, put all them back. See if what's on the bench there is, prescribed or they're allowed to bring into Australia. Birth control pills. And now these, I don't know what they are. So, yeah, if you could check them for me, that'd be great.
Australia has tough laws that prevent people illegally trafficking prescription drugs. Customs can check whether the drugs are allowed into Australia.
Oh, they are they?
Not an issue before, but they should be declared on the form so they can take it out.
The prescription drugs are okay, but there is another problem.
How many smokes have you got? Like, heaps of smokes.
Maybe 3 or 4, maybe.
Maybe,
I
yeah.
don't know.
Cheers. Why did you hide them all in the pockets?
I don't know, my mother put it.
Your mother put them in there, did she? How old are you, sir?
Back in immigration, there are still a few holes in David's story, which Yvonne needs to work through if David is to be reunited with his bride.
The issue is whether he's a threat to Australia, whether his criminal history poses a threat now to Australia. So that's really what I need to concentrate on.
On her first visit back home, David's new wife believes he's being treated unfairly.
Do we all have to keep paying for what we've done for the rest of our lives? He's one of the most beautiful people I've ever met in my life. He's so sweet and so honest, it's sickening. And this is just so offensive, and I feel so ashamed for him, about Australia. But it just sucks. It just sucks.
You went through 5 years in prison and then parole. Did you have to go through anything like rehabilitation programs of any sort when you came out? No, you were just on parole. You had to report.
Yeah.
Is that how parole?
Yeah, you had to follow. You had to take urinalysis and be clean and whole big thing.
Okay. All right, fine.
David's criminal history may cut his honeymoon short.
So I get for being honest. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Hell no, you're getting worse trouble for lying.
But Yvonne still needs to find out if there's anything David might be hiding. Customs has found 4 blank credit cards on this passenger. It might seem like a small find, but for Customs Officer Lee, it's very significant.
It's only 4 credit cards. One, we'd love to know where they came from. If someone's making up blank credit cards, it's not too hard to get them embossed with a number. And then a swipe machine will download information from anybody's credit card. It's called skimming credit cards, so they can skim onto those blank credit cards. And if there's 4, we'd love to know where the rest of them came from and what involvement he has, if any, with any other credit cards.
So now they are closely inspecting all of his belongings.
It's just cigarettes all the way through there. So sometimes they do put credit cards in cigarette packets like that and wrap it back up, but you can see the individual cigarettes in those, and the base of the bag looks pretty clear. I'd say it's the actual, when I felt it, it was flaking away and the bottom of the bag was starting to break up. So bits of plastic breaking up rather than papers.
Nothing in his luggage, but he still might have something concealed on his person.
Okay. I have concerns that you may be carrying something else on your body. Okay, are you carrying any more cards or anything on your body?
他问你身上有没有带其他的东西？
就是
身上有没有带其他的
没有，
不合法的物品？
你可以去查的，可以去查，现在可以去查。
He says no.
Okay, can you tell him I'm detaining him for the purposes of a frisk search?
要收你的身。
China Air has just landed at Sydney Airport, and that means a long queue at quarantine. Officers Tass and Tony are processing passengers as fast as they can, but this one is going to slow them down.
Yeah, we've got a lady come through the x-ray now, nothing to declare. It clearly comes up in the bag that she has some sort of food in her bag. Looks like chocolates or nuts or maybe some sort of dry fruit or berries. We've asked the passenger, does she have any chocolates or anything you could eat in her bag, and she clearly says there's nothing that you could eat in her bag at all.
So what's inside this box? What's inside the...
This two lights.
Two lights?
Yeah.
The passenger has some unusual packing around her lights to stop them from breaking, and it's the edible kind.
No food.
But this one food.
No food.
This one.
No food.
This one food.
Yeah, all the kids eat sweet.
Yeah. It's still food.
No food. No food.
Yeah. So you eat it?
Eat.
You eat?
Yeah, eat.
Okay.
Yeah.
But not food?
No food.
No food, okay. And this one? Not food?
This no food. No food.
No food, okay.
I no take food.
Yeah, okay.
Why put here, you know? This one put small things, put here, lights, no broken.
Not broken, yeah, okay.
The passenger has food packed all around her lights, but she doesn't understand what all the fuss is about.
This one food?
No food. I don't like to take food, you understand?
I understand.
No food,
Okay.
really.
So
you don't believe you, I take it to eat. You look. No food. No any food. Food no like this one. This one like you drink water, tea, eat.
Okay, all right. No more seeds? This one?
No more. You take a look. No more.
As much as the officers are enjoying their quarantine lesson, they still need to get the message across to this passenger so she doesn't do it again. But can she be convinced? The passenger has declared 2 cartons of cigarettes, but he says his mother has placed numerous other packs hidden inside his clothes.
Because you have cigarettes hidden in every single compartment that's available, then what we're going to do is we're going to charge you on the cigarettes. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to get all these smokes out from everywhere and we're going to see how much you got.
Jeff now has to check every shirt, trouser and shoe to make sure there are no more hidden cigarettes.
Oh, there's another one. Okay, let's see. How many have we got? So we've got 800, 900, 1,000, 1,100, 1,200, 1,300, 1,380. However, he's declared it on his incoming passenger card.
Each passenger over 18 can bring in 250 cigarettes duty-free. Exceed that allowance and you pay duty on the lot.
Well, what's going to happen now is we're going to take him down to our clearing section where they'll figure out how much duty is payable on the cigarettes.
The passenger decided to pay duty of more than $350 to keep his cigarettes. Now that's an expensive habit. Back in immigration, Yvonne has been questioning David about his criminal convictions, but still doesn't have enough information to make a decision.
What's concerning me a little bit is he's just not clear on things. You know? Not clear on dates, not clear on exactly when things have happened.
I don't even remember what year. It was just so long ago now. It's still on me.
David's lengthy stay in prison is causing Yvonne some concern. The time spent in jail is more than enough to turn him around at the border and send him back to the USA. But there are compassionate circumstances.
Now, the purpose of this trip here is his honeymoon.
Yeah.
Have you had...
But officers need to fully determine if David is reformed. And Yvonne has questions about the scratches on his face.
All right, fine. Can I just ask you what's happened to you now?
That was from work for Disaster Masters. We were cleaning out this place and I pulled the shelf and stuff fell on me.
Stuff fell on you off the shelf?
Yeah.
When was that?
Right before we came, I'm like...
Okay. Is your wife aware of all of this?
Yeah.
Does your wife know what happened and so on?
Yeah,
Have you
everything.
spoken to her about all of it?
Yeah. Of course.
Okay then.
If Jemima can't confirm everything her husband has told immigration, the honeymoon will be over. Back in quarantine, officers Tony and Tass still can't convince the passenger she's carrying a lot of food, even though there are obviously dozens of packets of food all through her luggage.
No.
They're sunflower kernels.
No, this is
and they are
eating.
roasted.
Really is eating.
We just didn't know what they were because the lady was telling us they were seeds
I
of
know
some
horse,
sort.
you know, you don't need to buy this.
So I don't think she really
inside.
understands the nature of what food is. She thinks food is a meal.
No food, I know.
And this one, as you can hear now, we ask her what these are, and they're some sort of dry fruit, preserved. She says they're not food.
Who take food coming here? Australia no eat take food.
In Australia,
Yeah.
this one is food.
No.
So yes,
You eat sweet.
yeah, you eat, but still sweet. I understand.
Sweet.
But we say this is food, so you should put yes. Okay? Next time you must put yes.
Okay.
Okay?
Well, the message seems to have
this
gotten
one, no
through.
good.
Or has it?
And this food you put so not broken.
This no food. Food counterfeit this one. You understand?
People say they've got no food, and when you open their bags, it's full. But today, this lady didn't have anything prohibited, so we let her go.
After finding blank credit cards in his luggage, Customs want to make sure that this passenger isn't carrying anything else illegal on his body.
Is there anything in his shoes?
You have anything in your shoes? Up to you. Up to you. Nothing. You have nothing?
Nothing in there.
It looks like the 4 blank credit cards are all that Mr. Yi is carrying. But that's enough for Customs to take further action.
I'm going to refer these cards to the Australian Federal Police, and they may need to come down and talk to him.
Okay.
Okay.
Despite the fuss, Mr. Yi doesn't seem to be fazed by all this attention.
He's a little bewildered, actually, sort of what's going on, trying to act stupid, as if I just picked him up off an aircraft. I think there's a little bit more to the story than that.
Mr. Yi was found guilty of importing counterfeit credit cards. He was sentenced to an 8-month good behaviour bond and a $2,000 fine. In immigration, Jemima is getting increasingly frustrated and angry that her husband's honesty has caused them all this grief.
But what, do you lie then? Do you lie and say you haven't got a criminal record? What's the point? What does it mean then if he gets caught and he's lying, he's going to be sent home anyway? I mean, what's the point of that? I don't understand. Why is he being... I'm sorry. Why is he going through this shit for telling the truth? It's just not fair.
Hi. My name's Yvonne.
Hi, French.
Jemima, yeah? No need to be upset.
Okay.
I just want to ask you a few questions. I've been talking to your husband because of his criminal history, and he told me that you do know about it.
Yeah.
Can I ask you what you know about it?
Yeah,
What?
over 10 years ago there was a fight, and it was all accident.
Just can you tell me any details, or do you know details of what he
I
served
don't.
in
Oh,
time?
5 years,
Yes,
I
and do you
believe.
know when he got out? You don't?
1993 or something.
I need to go and talk with David a little bit. It shouldn't be too much longer. Okay? Thank you. All right? Yeah.
Tell him I love him.
All right, sure thing. The bottom line is, Satinder, my gut feeling is that he's reformed.
But your discussion with her verifies what he
Yes,
said?
verifies what he says. In
that's
terms
fine.
of roughly, she said 1993, those sorts of things, that he was in prison for 5 years. So they're saying the same things.
Okay.
He's obviously been open with her.
So now it's up to the airport manager, Petra, to make the character judgment which will determine if David can enter the country.
We have a bottom line, and that is the threat to any Australians, to Australian security, to our society. This man, he's in his 30s. He has been out of trouble for at least 13 years. Purpose of prison is rehabilitation. why wouldn't we let him in? We're not going to punish him again and again. He's already been punished.
We were trying to make a decision on whether we would cancel your visa today or not. Having discussed it with the airport manager, we've decided not to cancel your visa, and this is your proof of interview, proof of the decision record for today.
Thank you for that decision.
You're free to go and enjoy your stay in Australia.
I will.
Okay.
We're just, you're here for a honeymoon.
I know.
It's just innocent people who love, that's all. Oh.
Let's get out of here.
Thanks.